So yeah, I'm gonna show you my new project car. I had it a while now, or almost 2 months, and yeah, I just wanted to show it to you. Yeah, the car we're going out to now is not my project car. That is my car. I had that car since 2013, I believe, and I'm just gonna use that to just go over to the Saab, which is my new car, and in case it doesn't have any power in the battery, because it burns dead the whole time because it just stands there. So now this car always works. This hasn't any problems at all. It's a great car. Has a low voltage on it now. No problem whatsoever getting this thing started because it's so great. There is the Saab. I believe I can park the car, reverse it into the garage, but that mirror, there you go, needs to grease up those things. There you go, parking lights. Just gonna let the car stay here in case I need power. This is a great car. This always works, as I said. Alright. Into that thing then. As you can see from here, if I zoom in, there has been some rust issues in the wheel arches. Right now the neighbors are going out with the car. I'm trying to look for if I had the spare key. But it appears that I have not, so I have to use the main key on the Toyota key harness here. Oh, the spare key is inside. Oh well. Yeah, as you can see, you can get a little closer with the camera. The car has done 209,000 kilometers, I believe. But now the engine is fried on it, so I have to replace the old engine. There's some of it, I fixed it, so it doesn't rust that much more. Here as well. And down here, that's a typical problem that these Saabs rust there. The other side is worse. Here you can see, eating away all of it. And all the car parts, and all the parts from the car that used to be on it are now in the boot. So fans, battery, thingy, ignition coil, headlights, everything is back here. Except the turbocharger, because that was full of oil. So that is in my Toyota actually, in the boot. Rusty rear hatch, believe I'm gonna replace that. They're so popular, these cars here in Norway, so the parts doesn't cost that much. And yes, this is the Vector model. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means that I get all sort of equipment that you normally do not get on a Saab 9.5. Well, if you don't pay the extra, of course, because this Vector model and the Aero model is two of the more expensive models of the Saab 9.5. That's why I love this car. That's why I bought it when I heard the price of it. So, auto dimming rear mirror, everything you need here. This display, of course, doesn't work. It has ESP, which is awesome. It has a automatic gearbox with paddle shifters, which is awesome. All of the windows work. This tray is missing. Cup holder, of course, still works. It's a bit weird in the movement, isn't that smooth? But that can be fixed with some grease or something. I don't know. So you can see this is a silver tray indoor panel. It's plastic, no aluminum, as many people says they are. Plastic tray or plastic insert here, so not a wooden trim or black trim or anything like that. This is the silver trim. Cruise control, headlight adjustment, indicators, wipers. Horn doesn't work when the car is off. Let's see. Fog lights, I believe that is the front fog light and this is the rear. No driving lights. Dimming for the in-car lighting, and it has a turbo boost gauge because this is a 2.3 turbo 185 horsepower engine. It is not the B235R, which is the same engine that the Aero comes with, but because that's a lot stronger engine. This is the B235E, which in this model year of car just meant a lot of problems. So this car has, well, this engine doesn't go at all. If you turn the key, you just hit tick and nothing else, because the starter motor engages to the engine or to the flywheel, but can't turn it over because the engine is stuck on it. I don't know if we'd be able to actually loosen it from there. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know if they've thrown a rod or whatever has happened. But both of the middle pistons are off the top, and both the other outer pistons are at the bottom, so they are at the exact same position they should be. So they haven't jumped out, because many cars, when I see that issue, is that like 3 of the cylinders are at the top and 1 is at the bottom. So I've seen it before, but on this they're still at the same position. So I don't know why the engine just stopped on it. The oil was not looking very good. It was brown, so it wasn't like, how you say, it wasn't like caramel colored. It was just brown, like poop. It looks like ugh, and it did not smell very good either. So yeah, it's a bit dirty, but you know, not everyone cleans their cars for purchase, and this was a broken one. So then of course it wouldn't bother fixing it. Let me go over the stuff that doesn't work on the car. Well, the engine obviously doesn't work. This display here doesn't work, and one of the LED bulbs behind here are broken. The mirror control works sometimes if you press very hard on that button. So I'm believing I'm gonna just remove this, just replace that whole assembly there, or just the button area. The heated seats relays are going bad, so when you turn it on, you hear ticking from the relay, but they're ticking on and off like just by themselves. So I believe there is a broken relay inside there. No, I can't move the gear shift. Yeah, I can move the gear shift to put the key into the off position, but then I have to put the handbrake on because the car can move otherwise. There you go. There is the manual mode. And I don't know what the L is. Maybe it's low range. I don't know. Sport button, winter mode. Yeah, it's quite awesome. It seems like it has some kind of an unlock button there. Perhaps it shoves it out of the without pressing in the brake pedal. I don't know. Maybe. I'm gonna try it out actually just for fun. Because it looks like I can push that thing down and do something. No. Well, it doesn't seem like you can do that, but well, my neighbor is very happy with this car, that's for sure. He just bought a 2014 Toyota RS Touring Sports, which is it is a state version of the Corolla, put it simply, which you probably don't have in America or any other country than Europe. There it is. Probably recognize the front from any Corolla. But I think I'm gonna check now, because if the battery is dead on it, what happens then if you don't compress the brake pedal? Can you just push down here? Yes, that is exactly what it's for. It is for releasing the shifter if the brake pedal power doesn't work. So you can still change it, but you have to push down that button first. So if the battery is dead, you can still put it into neutral and move the car. So there is reverse, and it does have backup sensors, which is awesome. It has like cigarette lighter there. Climate control works excellent. So, well, that is what I heard from the previous owner. They had this car when it was in Germany on vacation. The engine stopped on the autobahn or whatever you want to call it. So that's where the engine died. So they drove it a little too hard, I believe. And yeah, but that time the air conditioning was working just fine. It had a service on the air conditioning in 2010, this car, and it also got a new turbo in 2010. What more was it? They upgraded the ventilation system thingy for the engine block. I don't know what that is. It's an engine breather system, which has a very common problem of failing on the Saabs. So or making the car sludge up oil, which this weirdly enough doesn't have that much of. That really looks very good under the top cover. Open the glove box here. Xenon bulb here. I believe this is still good. Saab air vents, everything. The car just feels so firm and everything. See if you can move the seat a little closer down here. Further down. A little sportier position. There we go. There's something under the seat, I believe. Yes. That's exactly what it is. It is. Oh, it's the heater for the car. It's for the winter times. There you go. You can move the seat forward and move the steering wheel. Put this downwards a bit, and towards me. You can also push it back into the column, which is awesome. It isn't like electronic or anything. It's like neither are the mirrors when they're tipping inwards. You have to do that manually, but they are heated, so that's awesome. And you do have that nice little angle there, as you can see, which gives you a little wider view of things. I don't know what that does actually. It appears to do actually a wider view. Not by much, but by some degree. Saab air vents there, Saab air vent there, Saab air vent over there. There are even vents for the back windows, and the rear windows are all heated. So that's awesome. Let's see if there's enough power to get some action going on in the dash here. Yeah, it is. Oh, the power power ran out, so there you go. So it's very little power on the car, but still the gauges show up. You can see the turbo gauge there. So pushing the brake panel, you can see the. Oh, what? Okay, I get it. There we go. Not enough power. So there we go. And move it into manual mode. You can see there. So you can't really switch gears, it appears. It did work. It did work when the car had a lot of power on it, so yeah. I have to give it a little pry there to actually get it to engage to this button here because it's so little power on the batteries. I don't know if we can get the car stereo working at the moment because there is so little power. Oh! Of course. So let's see if we can get some. There's power. Oh, tape radio. Nah, it seems like there is too little power to even drive the car stereo. So that's exactly why I have my Toyota parked right there, in case I can't lock the car afterwards. Yeah, let's. Yeah, the car seems good. It has leather and fabric seats. So these are different models. They haven't had pockets down here, which is awesome. Huh, cool. Both sides actually. So you can stuff like your phone down here if you're listening to the music. That's actually quite cool. Glove box with adjustable hand or arm rest there. Just to leave down the handbrake. No need to have that engaged when you're not using the car because it will just rust up the pads to the rear caliper. No, rear discs or drums discs. Combo units because the handbrake doesn't engage on the disc surface, it engages on the inside of the disc. So in a drum, like just one of my Toyota, but my Toyota has a lot bigger drums than this has. But this has a lot bigger brakes than my Toyota has. That's for sure. When you have 185,000 horsepower, 185,000 horsepower. When you have 185 horsepower and the car weighs 1.6 tons. You have to have big brakes. So this has even larger brakes at the back than my Toyota has. My Toyota has a tiny ass brakes in compared to this car. So see if there is any action to show in the engine bay. I don't believe that's too much to show. I ripped out all the courtesy lighting here because they use so much power when you open the car. So I'm just gonna put them actually up here so they don't get any interference. But just listen to how the car closes. It's like satisfying thunk from the older doors. Every single door does the exact same. But my Toyota every door has its own character. Some smacks very nicely, but the other one smacks poorly. So this just feels more rigid. And the car is now up on a axle stand. And the car is still straight in the chassis. The door still closes properly, even though there is some rubbery sound going on there. But the Toyota, if I put it on one axle stand at one corner, the whole car twists. So that you can't close the back doors, for example. So that's pretty interesting. So yeah, the thing with this car is fixing the heated seats, because that's a must here in Norway. Because here in Norway, it gets really cold in the winter. and fix the mirror adjustments since they work so poorly. They work, but they work so poorly. It's not worth. It's just annoying. Replace the engine, of course. I believe I'm just gonna shove in a 2-liter instead of a 2.4, 2.3 because the 2-liter engines are a lot more reliable than the 2.3. Did I say that the 2.3 is a lot more reliable? Because that's wrong. The 2-liter is a lot more reliable than the 2.3. Has vanity mirrors, or whatever you want to call it, and these lights should normally be brighter. This is my camera, and there's me, yay! And yeah, it's held up by this thingy here, Velcro, because known issue for Saab that these are getting weak and falls down over time. So I don't know if that's can anything be fixed up, but you know. The other side doesn't do that, but it also has the vanity mirrors and this a little courtesy light there, roof lighting and door lighting. So if you open up the door, that turns on. And I get a message. I don't know what that was, but let me show you under the engine bay, just to show you how that looks now. It does not look very good, just for contrast. This is the engine block. It's disassembled, so you can open it up. This engine is going to be replaced anyway, so there we go. Put it in there. So as you can see, not too much sludge build up in this engine. There's some kind of a variable valve on this timing. Variable valve timing engine, I believe that is, because the only thing it has is like a vacuum line going to it. It's nothing else. So it cannot be a ignition coil, because the ignition coil is all digital on this thing. I mean, the Saabs, you know. Blow valve is here, intercooler piping there and there. Down pipe here. Exhaust manifold. I believe I'm going to keep the exhaust manifold when I get rid of this thing. But the thing is, I'm wondering how to loose the engine out of the gearbox when the engine is stuck on it. That's the question. It's the boost gauge and stuff. Yeah. See if I can lock the car if I have enough power to lock the car now. Nope, I have to hook it up to lock it now. That's how bad the batteries are. I don't know if the camera is gonna stay there. It's just standing on a tripod or a GoPro mount there. Love this car. It doesn't have the exact same seats as the Saab has. The Saab has a lot better seats than the Toyota is. But the thing with this Toyota is that it feels like it's going to last, but the Saab doesn't. It feels like everything is going to break all the time on it, which is kind of a nice coincidence, because the engine is broke, the heated seats are broken, and there it slides the camera, which I knew would happen. Alright, so get as close as possible to the car without actually hitting it. That's about as close as I can get, because if I'm getting closer now, I'm gonna destroy that mirror. See if we're able to lock the car now. I can't actually see it from here. Oh yeah, I can see it from here. I can see the locks. Yeah, they work. And they work a lot better when the car is giving power to it. Great car, this Toyota. I love this thing. I love the Saab as well, but not to the same degree. I'm going to get a Saab 9.5, another one when I fix that thing. I'm gonna sell that thing, so. But I'm going to get one with a manual gearbox because I don't like automatics. And the clutch needs to be replaced on this thing because it isn't, I mean, the grip point is very good on it. I mean, it doesn't need to release much. It's hardly anything. I mean, look how much you have to release to actually release the whole way. It's quite a lot of movement in that, and it catches almost halfway, so that's pretty good. But the clutch, my mom says that she hates this clutch because the way it acts. So that's interesting. But that's my Saab 9.5, and thanks for watching.